Welcome to rSlash, Am I the Devil?, where OP sticks chewing gum in his own ears. Our next Reddit post is from rSlash Legal Advice Canada. I started a factory job in November 2024, a remote location. As a precautionary measure, I always wore my own earmuffs and earplugs every time I worked, even though the other employees didn't seem to take hearing protection that seriously. One day, I didn't have earplugs because my order didn't come. Postal strike issues. But I didn't want to take the risk of skipping work. So, as a makeshift option, I chewed some gum and shoved it into my ears to use as earplugs. It worked really well. But after 8 hours, the gum went into my ear canal and I had to go to the hospital to get it removed. After the removal, the doctor noted that I had a lot of earwax. He then made the executive decision to scrape out earwax from my right ear canal without asking me first. He was about to do it in my right ear, but I told him to stop. 2 days later, I went to work, but I still didn't have earplugs. I only used my earmuffs, which I thought would be enough protection. About 1 to 2 days later, I acquired reactive tinnitus and dysaschius in my right ear, which is also the ear where the doctor scraped earwax from. Also, to everyone listening, I know you're about to type, oh my god, rSlash, it's not pronounced tinnitus, it's pronounced tinnitus. Actually, you're wrong, it is pronounced tinnitus, look it up. I'm still unsure how I got tinnitus. One theory is that the noise level at work went above the danger limit, and my earmuffs weren't enough protection. Another theory is that when the doctor scraped out earwax from my ear, he ended up exposing my eardrum to a new raw level of sound, which it's not accustomed to after being protected by earwax for years, possibly decades. And so my auditory system couldn't handle this new level of sound, which might explain why the dysaschius is occurring in the right ear, but not the left ear. Because my tinnitus is reactive, I'm now extremely sensitive to sound, and I can't work in any type of noisy environment. My work prospects have become limited. Can someone please tell me what to do? I'd been advised to file a claim at the Worker Compensation Board, but what if it's not the company's fault? What if it's the doctor who caused this entire situation by meddling with my ear? Do I hold the doctor responsible? Who do I report this to? Now, the key issue I missed out last time. Shoving chewing gum in your ear cannot cause tinnitus. Tinnitus indicates damage to the inner ear hair cells, which are behind the eardrum, and it usually happens by acoustic shock. Oh, okay, we're getting medical advice here from the guy who shoves chewing gum in his ears. It's strange that in OP's postulations about what could have possibly caused this, he doesn't consider, hey, what if I infected my ear with some gross mouth bacteria by shoving chewing gum in there? And also, okay, I know in 2025, we hate on CEOs and big rich company owners, and I'm not trying to create too much sympathy there, don't get me wrong. But just imagine, you're like a manager at a company or you own the company, you come into work one day and you find out you are getting sued because your employee stuck gum in his ear and blames you for the tinnitus. And then you've probably got to pay out a settlement? Like what BS, man? I like this comment down below. Dirt and Stars in My Eyes says, the doctor will likely claim that you forcing chewing gum into your ear impacted your protective earwax buildup, which caused the tinnitus. And people tend to believe the guy that removes chewing gum from someone's ears, and not the guy that sticks chewing gum in his ears. Our next Reddit post comes from rSlash Am I the Butthole? Am I the butthole for demanding my girlfriend divorces her husband on Stardew Valley? I'm a 26-year-old guy, and I've been with my girlfriend, who's 19, for a bit over 2 years now. Uh-oh, the math on that's a little funky. I was actually planning on proposing soon, but this issue has me rethinking our entire relationship. She's been playing Stardew Valley for about 6 months now, and actually only showed me recently. When I saw what she was doing on the game, I was taken aback, to say the least. I thought the game was a farming RPG or something, but little did I know, she had been fostering an inappropriate relationship in the game. When I asked her why there was another player in her house, she explained that she had a roommate in the game. Now, this is the part where I might be the butthole. I'm not a gamer myself, but I knew something was wrong with this. I waited until she fell asleep and logged into her game. I talked to the man in her house, and to my horror, they were married. I waited until the morning to confront her about this, and when she told me it's just a game and that she had to go to work, I lost it and asked her how she thinks this is appropriate, and how she could even imagine a life with another man that isn't me. She told me that I'm being ridiculous and that I'm crazy, but my friends are on my side. So, am I the butthole? Our next Reddit post is from r/AmITheButthole Relationships. I'm a 32-year-old guy, and I've been dating my girlfriend, who's 28, for a little over 2 years. When we first met, she was a single mom to a 7-year-old boy from a previous relationship. She never planned on being a mother and had him due to unfortunate circumstances. She's always been upfront that she felt trapped by motherhood and didn't have much of a bond with her son. As we got more serious, she started expressing how much she wanted a fresh start. A life where she wasn't held back by her past. She felt guilty about it, but admitted that raising her son alone had taken a huge toll on her, mentally and financially. I told her that if she truly felt that way, she should consider other options, including giving full custody to her ex, who's always wanted more involvement, or even a close relative like her mother, who has her son for the majority of the time anyway due to my girlfriend's job. Her ex had been asking for it for a while, and she just didn't seem ready to be a mom. She told me she didn't feel like she was cut out for it, and after hearing how much stress it was causing her, I thought giving her son a stable home with his dad would be best for everyone. After a lot of discussion and hesitation, which lasted months, she had finally made the decision to give full custody to her ex, move to a new city with me, and start over. She says she feels relieved, like a weight has been lifted off her shoulders. But now, everyone in her life is calling her a terrible person, saying I manipulated her into abandoning her child. Even though I never forced her, they see me as the villain for convincing her. Now, a few weeks later, her son called her. He was crying. He said he missed her and didn't understand why she wasn't there anymore. Hearing that completely crushed her. She's been really upset, and honestly, I'm torn up too. I thought that I was helping, but now I'm questioning everything. I feel like I made the wrong decision, like I pushed her into something that's hurting both of them. Also, OP posted an edit. Me and my girlfriend read through the comments. I've realized I was a butthole here by encouraging her irrational thoughts about upping and leaving. My girlfriend had a long talk with her son and her ex today about what she did and how much she regrets it. She's going to be calling her son daily now to keep contact, but she can't move back yet since she's still helping setting up the new branch in the city. But she'll move back as soon as possible because she loves her son. I'll move back with her because I want whatever she wants. She's going to look for a therapist too. Wow, it takes a lot of guts to abandon a 7-year-old kid and then be like, hey, internet, am I a bad person? I really can't tell. I mean, it's kind of a mystery if you think about it. I mean, he's 7. That's practically 17, which is practically an adult. So, not my problem. I just want to have a nice, peaceful relationship with my new hot girlfriend so we can do whatever we want. Our next Reddit post is from r/AmITheButthole. Am I the butthole for banning my brother from bringing his Indian girlfriend to my wedding? The title sounds very bad and horribly racist, but let me clarify. So my brother, who's 25, has been dating an American-born girl to Indian parents since last year. She's 23. Her parents do not like their relationship because he's white and they probably prefer her to find an Indian man. He's been trying to gain their approval, but failing, and from what he said, they continue to shrug him off and actively exclude him if she tries to bring him to their family events. This has annoyed me because my brother is one of the nicest people I know. In the meantime, I proposed to my girlfriend and we're sending out invites to everyone. I came to the difficult decision that since his girlfriend's family will not accept him, we will not accept her. I talked it over with my girlfriend and told her how strongly I feel about this, and she agreed. I didn't want to spring this up on her, so I asked my brother's girlfriend if we could meet up, and I sat down with her and explained that in good conscience, I could not invite her to our wedding if her family cannot accept my brother, and I essentially boiled it down to, if they don't want my brother, we don't want you. I told her she'll be banned from all of our future family events until something changes with her parents in regards to my brother. She's now upset about it, and this caused a huge divide in my family. My brother obviously is against it, but I wanted to do it out of support for him. Other relatives agreed that this was the right thing to do, but I've been seeking judgment from outside my family to gain a clearer perspective if I was being a butthole in making this decision. So the girlfriend's parents are the racist ones, and the girlfriend doesn't agree with the racism, and she seems to be a decent, sweet person. So you punish her because her parents are racist? Huh? Also, making decisions for your brother without even talking to him about it beforehand seems like a very mature way to handle this, dude. Our next Reddit post is from rSlash Off My Chest. My partner received an insurance payment of 60,000 pounds for her dad's wrongful death. In 5 months, the 60K was gone, and it's all my fault. I'm a 28-year-old chef who 3 years ago developed a huge cocaine addiction. I've been with my partner for 5 years. Her father died 4 years ago. The civil case and compensation from the dangerous driver's insurance was paid out to my girlfriend. She told me she's not very good with money and instead put it into one of my accounts. We never bothered making a joint access bank account because all our money was freely given to one another anyway if we needed something. Over the course of 5 months, I spent all but a few £100s of that money on cocaine, using it in the kitchen to get through my long shifts and also at pubs and clubs with random people. I told my girlfriend that it's in an ISA, which is a savings account that can't be touched for 2 years. That way, we have time to think about what to do with it properly. I don't know how I can face her and tell her what I've done. I feel so empty and evil knowing I spent the money awarded to her for her father's wrongful death on drugs. I have neither purchased cocaine nor used cocaine, so I don't really know how far $60,000 gets you in the world of cocaine. If there's anyone out there with more experience, please let us know in the comments. Like, was this guy just swimming in cocaine, or is this like, 1 or 2 bumps a day? Because I really don't know. To make the math easy, that's about $400 a day of cocaine. Wow, that feels like a lot. That has to be a lot, right? Well, how much you want to bet that 2 years from now, when the woman finally wants to go to the bank to withdraw the money, OP will finally reveal that, "Oh, I'm so sorry, babe, but I put it all in crypto and it just crashed. Aw, shucks." Our next Reddit post comes from r/the Passport Bros. I'm a 22-year-old guy from Scotland, and I arrived in Cebu a week ago for the first time. Cebu. Where is Cebu? I've never heard of that before. It is a province in the Philippines. I was excited to explore the city and meet a traditional Filipina girl. The first few days were amazing, going on dates and exploring the city, but I noticed that Filipino guys would give me a lot of attitude and were aggressive towards me. I was walking around when I met this Filipina girl at a coffee shop and got her number. We arranged a date and we went to Jollibee. What is Jollibee? Is that a nice place? It is next level fried chicken burgers and pies. No, it is fast food. Afterwards, we went back to my condo and we hooked up. We continued talking, and then these 2 Filipino guys walked in and robbed the place. I tried to stop them, but they beat me up and the girl ran off. After this incident, I called the police, but they were of no help. 2 days later, I got mugged on my way back from a night of partying uptown. Yet again, the police were of no help, even though I lost my iPhone and 10,000 pesos in cash. I want to warn every guy who wants to visit Cebu to be careful, as it's very dangerous. I've spoken to other foreigners while here, and they've shared similar experiences. I think it's safer to search for traditional women in other places and not dangerous places like Cebu. This guy says he wants to meet a traditional girl, yet he takes a girl to fried chicken and burgers fast food on his very first date with her and then hooks up with her immediately afterwards. What does he mean traditional? He seems like a man slut if you ask me. And a stupid man slut at that, because he obviously fell for a trap set by this Filipino woman and the 2 guys that she was working with. Also, I don't know anything about Cebu, obviously, but down in the comments, people are saying that Cebu is a very, very poor region, which suggests that OP intentionally picked that place because he has an advantage over the women there, which makes it easier for him to pick them up. That was r/Amithdevil, and if you like this content, check out my podcast where I publish the exact same episodes. Also, hit that subscribe button because I put out new Reddit videos every single day.